If you find editing Insta360 footage confusing, then don't worry, because in this video, I'm going to help you reframe faster with my top 10 Insta360 app tips and tricks. So let's get started. So how do you trim footage or split footage down the middle? Let's go through this footage as an example. Now what I like to do is trim the footage here. And here I can trim the footage from the start by moving the left marker inward. And I can trim the footage from the end by moving the right marker inward. So I'm going to trim this down to 13 seconds and tap the tick to confirm. So now this footage is 13 seconds long, and don't worry, this will never overwrite your original footage. If you want to restore all your original footage, just go to Trim and tap the Reset button. The reason I like to trim here is because if I want to make multiple edits of the same 360 video clip, then when I go into the keyframe editor, it's always going to start by using this 13-second trimmed video. So now if I want to split this footage, I will go into the keyframe editor, go to where I want to split the footage, tap on the footage to bring up these options, tap the split option, and now the video is split into two. Then I can move forward. Let's say I want to remove this middle bit, then I will split the video again. So now it's in three parts. Then I can select the middle part and tap delete. So now I have two videos, and just like before, you can move the left and right marker in and out to trim your footage. And now you know how to trim and split your footage. To never record blurry or noisy 360 video ever again, then you need to download my free X5 cheat sheets. In here, I share with you my best settings for a variety of situations, so click the link in the video description to download it. This 360 video could easily be 5 different shots. It could be a shot of myself, a shot of the hotel, a shot of the view in front of me, a shot of the Eiffel Tower, and a tiny planet view. So how do we make it look like there are 5 different shots? Well, to do this, I'm going to go into the keyframe editor, and at the beginning, I'm going to start by looking at the hotel and pinch to zoom in. I will place the hotel in the middle, add a keyframe, then I'll move forward 1 second in the timeline, move to look at myself, add a keyframe, move forward another second in the timeline, look towards the Eiffel Tower, add a keyframe, move forward another second, look in the forward direction, add a keyframe, then in the next second, I will turn into the tiny planet view, add a keyframe, and then in the final second, we'll just go back to a wider view of looking at myself and add a keyframe. Then I'll go in between the keyframes, go to this spline editor, go to hard cut, apply globally, tap the tick to confirm, and now when I play this back, it looks like they're all different shots. And now you know how to hard cut. If you are learning a lot from this video, then hit the subscribe button to stay up to date with the latest Insta360 tutorials. Now let's say that you want to create a 16:9 version. What I'm going to do is create another duplicate draft and not affect this 9:16 version. So to do this, I'm going to go back again, go to Edit, Drafts, then I'm going to select the 3 dots for the latest draft, which is the one we just created, tap Copy, So now there's a copy. Open the copy. Change this aspect ratio to 16:9. And here I have the 16:9 version, where I can edit the keyframes and make adjustments if I wanted to. And over here, I have the 9:16 version. So now you know how to change aspect ratio and keep both versions. Let me show you how to create a split screen effect. So to do this, I'm going to go into the keyframe editor and create a new draft. Then I will tap multi-view. Here I'm going to select the preset 3-way and wait for it to finish. And just like that, we have 3 different angles of the same shot on the single screen. And if you want the multi-view to carry on all the way to the end, just drag the right highlighted marker all the way to the end. Tap the tick to confirm. And that's it. You now know how to do a multi-view. Let me show you how to add a template camera movement. So to do this, I'm going to go into the keyframe editor and create a new draft. Then I will go to movement. And here you're going to find a lot of preset camera movements, and you can tap on one to see a preview and see what it looks like. And just go through them and find the one that you like the best. So I'm going to go for 360 right, and this one is just going to look around the 360 video. Tap the tick to confirm, and now you know how to add template camera movements. Let's talk about GyroFrame. GyroFrame is pretty cool because you can reframe your 360 video without using any keyframes. So to use GyroFrame, I'm not going to use it at the bottom of the screen. Instead, I'm going to go into the keyframe editor and type GyroFrame there. The reason I do this is because any edits that I make in the keyframe editor get saved as a draft. This way I can create multiple shots from the same 360 video, and I can come back to it later if I want to tweak it. So I'll show you where that is a little bit later. So first, let's go into the keyframe editor. I will tap GyroFrame at the bottom. And now I can move my phone around to look around the 360 video. I can also use my thumb to reposition the 360 video. I can pinch my fingers on the screen to zoom in or out, or you can use the zoom slider on the right hand side. If you don't see the zoom slider, then you can tap the magnifying glass on the left hand side. So for this shot, let's say I want to start by looking at the Bellagio Hotel, come round to myself, and then look up to the Eiffel Tower. So to do this, I'm going to tap the orange start recording button and then move my phone around to record the camera movements. So let's get it in position. Tap record, come round to look at myself, and then up towards the Eiffel Tower. So let's take a look at what it looks like. So looking at the hotel, then myself, and then up to the Eiffel Tower. So now you can export this shot to your phone. I'm going to show you where this is saved. So I'm going to go back again, go to Edit tab, Drafts, and right at the top, if I tap the latest draft, this is the shot we just created. And now you know how to use GyroFrame. If you want to add text to your video, then you can go back, go to Text Stickers, Template, and here you can choose a template of your choice. So in this example, I'm going to choose Phuket Vibes. Close the drop down, and you can edit the text. So I'm going to go to the middle of the text so I can see it. Double tap on the text, and I'm going to change Phuket to Vegas. tap the tick to confirm, and then I can reposition this text on the screen. And now you have text on the video. If you want to add a color grade to your video, there's a couple of ways to do this. The first way is to go to Edit, Filter, and add a preset color grade. So I'm going to scroll through here to look through the presets. I'm going to go to City and try C1, C2, and I can adjust the strength of the filter by dragging the marker left and right. So this is one way to add a color grade. Another way, which I prefer, is to go to Adjust. And I don't like to color grade too much, but just enough to make it pop. And I'm going to go to Shadow and drag the slider to the right to get rid of some of the shadows. And then I'll go to Saturation, drag the slider up a little bit to make the colors pop. And then tap the tick to confirm. Now you know how to add a color grade. Now let's say you want to track yourself or a subject in the video. There's a couple of ways to do this. So first I'm going to go into the keyframe editor and create a new draft. Then I'll go to the drop down and select selfie to track myself. And I can reposition myself and it will still keep me in the middle of the video. If you want to track a subject in the video, like the hotel for example, then I will go to Tracking. This green box will come up. I can tap the icon to resize the green box, and I can move the green box onto the subject, and when the subject is selected, tap Start Tracking, and now the app is going to keep locked onto the subject. So if I play this back, now the video is locked onto the hotel. And now you know how to track yourself and a subject. One of the most asked questions I get on social media is, what are the best export settings for social media? Why do my videos look blurry on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts? And it has nothing to do with the Insta camera or the app. This is the social media platforms that are compressing the videos really hard and it looks blurry. So how do we deal with this situation? There's two ways to go about it. You can either give the social media platforms a very small video that it doesn't have to recompress, or you give it a really high quality video, let it compress it and do the best job possible. But your video on social media will never look as good as it does on your phone. So here are the settings I recommend. So to save your video for social media, tap the Export button, tap the Custom Settings, make sure the watermark setting is disabled so you don't see the Insta360 logo. And if I'm trying to export the video so it's not going to get compressed by Instagram, then I will select 1080p resolution and set the bitrate to around 8 or 10. Now, if I'm trying to export the highest video quality possible, which is what I personally do, and let Instagram do the compression, then I select the maximum resolution, the maximum bitrate, and export the video to my phone. That's it. So now you know how to reframe faster in the Insta360 app. Don't forget to download my free X5 cheat sheets in the video description. Hit the like button if you learned something new, subscribe for more tutorials, and I will see you in the next video.